Do you see this log cabin in front of you?
I just kind of feel it and I know it's there and I know that's where the path leads and it might go deeper into a forest and there could be like a fire or something in the log cabin, but it
Well,
feels very homely.
let's follow the path. Let's see where it takes us. Let me know when you get to your destination.
Feels like there's smoke coming from the log cabin and there's light within.
All right. What else do you see?
Lots of beautiful trees. So it goes deeper into a forest. They're like big trees, like pine trees.
Let's approach the cabin. Let's walk up to the door. Let's touch the door.
Yeah, it's wooden.
It's wooden. Let's open the door. Let's go inside. Tell me when we're inside the cabin.
I think we're inside the cabin now.
Very good. Could you describe what it looks like inside this cabin?
Feels really warm and cozy. There's a beautiful fire. Nothing scary. It's just like it's homely. There's warmth. I can't see if there's any people, but it seems like very nurturing and safe.
Okay. Could you describe the furniture in this cabin? What does that look like?
It's kind of really comfortable and padded, maybe like a funny sort of green velvet with buttons and like a big chair and big couches. Just simple but cozy.
Very nice. Now, let us focus on you. I'd like you to tell me, are you sensing that you're in a physical body right now?
Yes, I feel like it's I feel like it's when I was walking down the stairs. So I have long blonde hair, which is what I have now, and I laugh because it's always at like Goldilocks through it. But I just feel like it's all very flowing, and I have my long hair and maybe a long dress on, but I'm very relaxed and just feel very calm and peaceful.
Are you alone in this cabin? Do you sense the presence of anyone else?
I don't know if there's anyone there in that room at the moment, but obviously there is someone near because the fire is roaring and comfortable, and there is like a kitchen and more rooms there, but I can't see. I can see, but I don't think there's a person in that room right now, as well as me.
Let's walk through the cabin and explore the other rooms. Let's see if we can find this other person who lit that fire for you. Share what you see or experience along the way.
Okay. I feel like I walk towards a deck, a balcony, but there isn't anyone there on the deck or the balcony. But there's a chair, maybe like a rocking chair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like on stilts, the house, the balcony, but it's safe. And I feel like there is a male presence somewhere, but he's somewhere in the house.
Can he give us any indication of, I know that we really shouldn't ask about time or dates, so we will not, but how generally, how long will Nicole have to wait before this blessed reunion occurs? She feels so ready to meet you.
I feel the maximum 3 months.
3 months. That sounds wonderful. Thank you. Is there anything else that Nicole needs to know so that she is in the right place in the right time, or that she needs to do to prepare herself for this reunion?
Just a lot of relaxing and golden light energy and beautiful connection with self and nature.
Very good.
Nature and the wilderness seems important.
What else would you like to share with Nicole now that you have her attention and she can hear you clearly? What would you like to say to her?
I just feel a golden light emanating from him, and it's from all of him. It's like it's all of his love. He's just radiating it energetically, but he's glowing as well. So it's like he's saying he loves me with all of his mind, body, and soul and energy.
That's so beautiful. So, can he give any indication once you are together of what you will be doing? Is there work you must do together, or what would he like to share about the union itself when you're together, what you will be doing?
Feels like he is strong and golden in his presence, and that I will have my purpose, he will have his, but he can help me with mine. But it won't be controlling or anything like that. He's 100 billion% available to help me with mine. But I will have a strong hold on mine as well. But there can be union in what I do that is my sole purpose, and he can help with that. But I have my own show or defined purpose that I have a very large percentage of. Like, it's something very intrinsic to me, but he's not cut off from it, and he's more than welcome to help with it, and he's more than willing and able to help with it in his time. But I feel like he might also have his thing, but there is he can be definitely involved with mine as well. But I feel like my stuff is big purpose, and I'm very grateful for his involvement in it as well, as the divine masculine that he is.
One of the questions I'd like to ask him is, Nicole came into the session with a question about her purpose. Could you share more about what that important job is that she has to do? Could you tell her more about that?
It's about bringing light to the planet. It's about bringing light to humanity. It's unifying. It's divine. It's helping women. It's helping men. It's helping the divine masculine. It's helping the divine feminine. It's a raising of the vibrational frequency. It's the awakening of unity consciousness.
Very good. Are there any steps that Nicole needs to be taking right now? Anything you've been trying to tell her? Anything that she needs to do now that she may not be doing?
yes, she needs to open up her online presence of her brand, of her mantras, of her writing, of the business. She knows the name, she knows what it is. She's been piecing it together for a long time now, and now connecting all these parts of the puzzle, and it's very interwoven. It's a beautiful tapestry, and it can definitely come to life and fruition now. And she is a leader in a beautiful and loving, divine way with this business and helping many people on the planet.
That's wonderful. We've heard very much now about how important the reunion and the coming together of the twin flames is to this final stage of ascension to 5D Earth, that it's a very critical part, and that, like yourself, there will be many twin flames coming in, and we're going to be coming together. Could you tell us more about why it is so important, about why it is so critical that these unions take place?
It's expansion of the light. It's not just doubling it, it's illuminating at high speed, but also velocity, but also divine power.
Very good. Thank you. Have you and Nicole had prior incarnations on Earth where you were together?
Yes.
Could you share something about that?
I feel the union, obviously, it's also about the divine love between the sacred divine masculine and the sacred divine feminine. I've had many lifetimes with Nicole, and I hope to have many more, and I will. And we have been together in realms of water, sacred water, like oceans.
Oceans. And this has been on Earth?
Mm, um, planets and realms.
That's fascinating. Could you tell us more about that? We would love to know more about these realms.
Very peaceful, it's very playful, it's divine connection via the water molecules, as they can be individual and also unite and be an ocean of love and unity consciousness together.
And were you in physical bodies in these realms?
I feel like we're mermaids or something, just splashing and playing. So he might be.
Wonderful.
So this beautiful divine masculine body, and I would be a mermaid and have a mermaid tail, and he would as well.
Very
Mermaid tail, merman tail.
yes. That's beautiful. Is there any more that he would like to tell you before we move on with our journey?
My love for you is eternal, and I'll find you wherever and always. like it's like I'm just reaffirming that I'll see him again soon, and then because we've been like because the log cabin and then the merman and everything. So now it's kind of like he's in the bath in the log cabin with a merman table. It's so playful. Like, I'm waiting for you, darling. Yeah, we'll be together soon.
Will this be occurring after the transition to New Earth or during these transitional times that we're in right now? What can he tell us about that?
He says it's there always, and we can do this in any time, and the timing will be perfect, and it will be right, and it will be divine, and it's one of the I feel like it's almost part of his mission, bringing in not only starseed, but it's like I feel like he's raising the vibrational frequency and consciousness with his DNA
I see.
as well.
These children, what can he tell us about these children?
He says they're divine, they're sparkling. They're golden. They're in heaven now. And the souls are eager and wanting to come in.
Are
But
there
they are patient.
are there many souls waiting to come in right now?
Of my union with my twin flame, there are at least 2, maybe 3.
That's lovely. So he mentioned his DNA. When he selects the correct body to walk into on a more permanent basis on Earth, how does he bring in that special DNA? How does all of that work? How does he make the selection?
Really good question. um,
He seems, by virtue of being here, it seems like he wants to answer quite a few questions. So we can challenge him a little bit on that one.
oh, that's good. I like it. It feels like he'll find a match of the body that he can walk into. So it might have starseed lineage already, but then he'll do a massive cleanup of that body and then bring in his consciousness to elevate it even more so that he has it's so funny. So that he has the structure of an earth vehicle, but that he'll make it a star structure with bringing it up to the starseed level of the previous owner, but then making it his own and refurbing and bringing in then his light. And yeah.
I have a question. He mentioned that he is currently kind of bouncing back and forth, walking in, walking out. What happens to the consciousness that's in these bodies before he walks in? What happens to those souls?
They go on a holiday, they go to heaven, they have some chill time. They have an agreement with him that he'll come in, do his thing, utilize like when people go on a holiday, this is a weird example, but you'll understand it. People that might travel overseas, they might go to a house over there, and then the person traveling from another country might stay in their house for an agreed amount of time, and they have full license to utilize whatever car or house, and it's got to be a match, and they agree on it prior what it is that they want to do for that holiday, and then after that, then they graduate back to where they need to graduate to with the experience and the joy and the lessons.
And the people that are in the lives of this body, the relationships that this prior soul had, is he choosing a body that does not have attachments to others? Or if there are attachments, are people in the life, how does that work? How are those affected by his presence?
It's a really good question. I don't know because I think most of them previously have been single, but I don't know if I. Can you ask the question if
He can
I
hear
know?
me. He hears me.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
good.
I've asked. Yep.
Does, is he in a body now that I communicate with as a person? Is he a person on planet Earth now that I communicate with?
That's a great question. You may ask him that. Of course. He may
Um,
not want to tell you that. I don't know.
it might be secret. I don't know, but it's not secret. But it might be. But it might be like he might be in a body, but that might not be the final body. Like he might be transitioning to the dream birth. That might
Yes.
be. Yeah.
Yes. It sounds like he's doing his work this way by kind of jumping a bit, which is really, really interesting. What he said about going on holiday. That's
Mhm.
really interesting. So the body that he chooses prior to the twin flame union on Earth, one would imagine that that is going to be a permanent choice, that he's taking this body over. Has he already chosen which body this will be?
I recently I've just seen it more clearly because I've always wondered, oh, he was my twin flame, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm starting to get images of what I believe and know on a conscious level, like claircognizance type of thing,
Uh-huh.
of something that will be his destination body, where he doesn't have to just have a visa for 6 months or 3 weeks.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Ex-
yeah.
yes. So just allow this information to come. Just
Uh-huh.
allow it to come in to you, because that's obviously going to be a large decision for him and for the soul who is going to be leaving. So just let the
Mm.
information come. And when you're ready, you can share it. It's fine.
Okay. I feel like the destination divine masculine body has been chosen.
Okay. And is there a certain astrological alignment or certain event or something that has to happen before this exchange happens between himself and the soul occupying the body now? Is there something that
Yes.
determines that?
Yeah,
Is
because he may not be in that final destination body just yet, but it's close and it's near and it's like a maximum of 3 months. And whatever is precipitating, it's like maybe the agreement's already there because he's been sending me the images and the pictures of what it what it's kind of what he kind of looks like in that final
yes.
destination body, long term body.
I would like to know from him, aside from himself, there are others who are doing this type of jumping, others who are kind of in that waiting period, just like he is, that are coming in to meet with their incarnated twins. Could you
Mm.
tell me a little bit more about this divine, it's a divine plan, obviously. Are all of the souls coming in at the same time? Is there going to be one time where the energy is favorable and these twins will all come in? Is this an event type of a thing, not just for himself but others? If
It's
you can
very,
understand what I'm getting at.
yeah, I feel like it's individual. I feel like he's been doing this with me to help me along in ways that I might have needed um, help, but it's also ways to get to see your beloved. So you might pop in as a date or a person, and it has and it does. But there's push and pull with it as well, because ultimately it is his energy, and so it's tricky because they've got to not be perfect. Not that they weren't perfect souls, but they've got to be not 100% of the final destination body to enable the lessons to get along the path to get to the final destination, for him to get to the final destination body and the sacred divine union with me as well. So it's kind of like it unblocked some things, but it's also a fun and cheeky way that we can see each other along the journey.
What can he tell us? You know, we're here and we have so many things that inhibit us from knowing all the things we want to know that are happening on the other side of what's left of the veil of amnesia.
Mm.
We still have a little here. Um, is there anything he would like to share with us from the other side of the veil regarding the incoming twin flames and regarding the twin flame journey as a whole? Anything that he feels would help us, would help you and help humanity?
Yes, that is a very good question.
We don't always
It's,
understand it from this side. So
it's very unique, it's very eclectic. Everybody will do everything that they can to help, and will find unorthodox and new ways of doing things. And this is kind of unorthodox, but a highly effective way to progress the twin flame union of us and of many others, because we will ignite many along the way and collectively bring more light into the planet. And you see these twin lights sparking up and glowing brighter and unifying the consciousness grid of the 5D energy grid of the planet and higher. And these we'll always find new and inventive ways, or any way, to find each other and reach each other and ultimately illuminate the planet and the cosmos. Not too hurried. It's not hurried, but it's we know how to do things this way, and it's really, really um, beneficial for everyone. So that's why it's allowed as well.
as he observes you living your current lifetime, day to day, here on earth. Does he have any observations or advice? Anything he would like to tell you to do or not to do? Anything, any information he'd like to give you about that?
Yeah, there is. I feel like he wants me to focus on me more. Just to really bolster giving my care and energy and devotion to me, because that in turn will bolster everything. Because I can be very loving and very giving, but just to make sure that I give that same high level of love to self, because it's exponential when I do that, because ultimately I do help many people, but helping me first and strengthening myself in all the areas is just so powerful.